How's everybody doing? This is a special broadcast today. And it will be for the next couple of days. I'm going to do a Friday live on IG, but I'm definitely going to do my best to get on here on Thursday and pull some cards for the collective. The calendar is switching. The Mayan calendar is wrapping itself up, very much like a New Year's coming up on Thursday. And this New Year's on Thursday is what is called the Day Out of Time. This Thursday, 2 days from now, it's called the Day Out of Time, and it's a global celebration, but really it's a universal celebration at the same time, because the calendar itself is really a tool. It's geared to get you back into that mind state of all-knowing, you know what I'm saying? And following it and learning its patterns and its energies is just mind-blowing at the end of the day. But Thursday will be that day that it's not really a day on the calendar. It's just a day out of time. So it's like a space between the notes. So there's a lot that you can do. And a lot of you are probably feeling it right now if you're one of those intuitive people. You know, we still had the moon. We had a lot of energies up in here, that, you know what I'm saying, in the past couple of weeks doing its thing. But this one in particular, it's about a global celebration, and believe me when I say it, it's a worldwide thing. You know what I'm saying? All countries. So you won't see this telecast. So this is something you got to kind of grab onto now. You feel what I'm saying? You got to grab onto it now. And it's about extending lighthearted love and healing energy into the collective for yourself and everyone. You know? This is one. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get rid of all the. It's one of the days of like the New Year's. Let all acquaintance be with God. You know, all of that bullshit. But in this case, it ain't no bullshit. It's a great time to really celebrate where you are in your journey, on your journey, and how far you've come, your accomplishments, your failures, which turn into lessons, which turn into blessings, right? And the year that we just went through, the prior 364 plus the one day, was about coming into that awareness of being very magical and enchanting. And what I mean by that is life being a lot more than what they were projected to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not the mundane humdrum that we're used to getting. You know what I'm saying? It was actually a lot of undertones of just pure everything. You know what I'm saying? Like mind-blowing shit if you took the time to look. You feel me? Ice Seal, welcome on in. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, the Mayan calendar, all that, please ask questions and all that. I got plenty of videos on here for it. But and we're gonna pull cards for people today, no problem. If you got a question that you like to ask, you can put it in the chat. But I wanted to make sure that everybody was geared up for what's coming. Now this is Fancy's deck. This is my own creation right here, and this would be one of the things that I'm celebrating because this has been the full year that I've actually had the deck out. So this is a big accomplishment for myself. And this is the Blue Storm. It's backwards. We're going to get to it because we got to pull the Transformer of the day as well. Got my man Scorponok. You know, Transformative Tarot is all about change. We're talking about 8th house energy. The Scorpion. So I got my man transformed all ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And I got the rest of the squad out as well. Of course, the inner child will always be the first and foremost thing on this channel. So if you ever need that kind of healing or guidance, you feel free to reach out. It'll be in the description boxes of all these videos. But the Blue Storm is a clearing energy, okay? This is an energy that comes in very fast, very violent at times, and it sweeps everything clear. You understand what I'm saying? And it makes way for new things to grow. So, let's put this in layman's terms. If you have a blockage in your life, love, finance, finding a house, you know, moving, anything, this is the best energy in the world to have on your side because it's a wrecking ball. And what it'll do, if you kind of follow suit with it, it'll help you get rid of anything generational, personal, you know what I'm saying? And what it's going to do for the collective, I just can't wait to see, especially with all the BS we got going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot out here. We could talk for days about what is going on in the collective, just as it is. I mean, this whole election shit is just comedy, if nothing else. You say what you want. I'll pull 2 cards for it. So here's where I did one on IG earlier this week on it, but we're going to get the fresh energy in here. We got the King of Diamonds, first of all, or the King of Pentacles, if you will. Same difference. And this is about knowing your value and what it is that you value at this time. Your value system, but this is also legacy time. You know, what you leave behind, your inheritance. So it's one of those things. Have you ever thought about what you want to leave behind? And when I say that, take it from a standpoint of where you are and what you were left behind. And I'm not just talking financial gain here, even though that's dope as shit, right? We get a little bread and we just go about our merry way doing what we like to do, right? Think of it more, have a great night. Take care of yourself. This is more about legacy. What am I leaving behind? What are the lessons that I've learned? What would I teach myself if I was a child and I was the parent, kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? What are the core values that I would pass along and stress? Is it hard work? Is it dedication? Is it commitment? What am I leaving behind? You know, what is my legacy at this time? And with this blue storm, this is going to help you really, hone in on that kind of energy. You know, we're going to enjoy the time while we're here, of course. We're not looking for to get to the finish line in this thing. We're really here to enjoy every moment and be present, you know what I'm saying? And then we have Ginger, which is about the nourishment that we give ourselves now. This has everything with mind, body, soul, you know what I'm saying, that whole spill, but what we take in is what we put out. So we're talking about the distractions, too much social media. Are we putting too much time in things that really do not serve this kind of energy? You know what I'm saying? But this is really about making sure that there's love in everything that you blend up, everything that you put into, that you take in. You know what I'm saying? That you take in, whether it be information or food, you know what I mean? Or somebody's opinion, whatever. But if you look at these jars on the side, there's nothing but love and wisdom. So what this is really saying is your past journey is nothing that needs to be discarded. There's a lesson, there's a blessing in everything. And all that reflection that's going on right now, especially we got a couple planets retrograde now. We got Mercury and we got a big dog, Saturn over there in Pisces, helping folks getting their spiritual game together, right? It's that kind of energy. The reflection on the journey or the past chapter that you're going through is everything, because this is what's going to push you forward. And with this blue storm energy, this is really going to help you cleanse. So this is a time of, you could be fasting, you know what I mean? You could be giving up certain things that no longer help serve or you know what I mean, or of any benefit to you right now in your journey. It might have been big shit 2-3 years ago, but right now you've outgrown it and it's time to wash it away. But during the washing away, you know, we're talking water. Water is memory at the end of the day. It's not just emotions, it's memory. So we're talking ancestral memory as well. You know, just sit back and let those memories kind of come to you. You know, you'll remember times that you've forgotten when you give yourself this kind of space. What do I mean by that? Well, you ever just been laying in bed and then you just think of somebody or a situation long time ago that'll just come up naturally to be looked at. And this time around, instead of being so emotionally attached or playing the victim of anything that may have happened to our detriment, or, you know, looking at things that have been great in our lives, just to see it for what it is so that we don't repeat perhaps what we've done, what our parents have done, what their parents and their parents before them have done, and really make changes so that moving forward, we have a lot of free space in which to grow new things, to learn new things, okay? So Friday will be the first day of the Blue Storm wave spell. Thursday will be, there's no glyph, really. It's just a blank. So that's the day you want to celebrate. That's the day you want to really give your gratitude and express your whatever it is you want to express. You know, be in a state of joy and being very much in that self-love energy. You know what I mean? Put that out into the collective. You know what I mean? Put that kind of energy out because it's healing at the end of the day. Star card. Being the star that you are doesn't mean that you have an Academy Award, doesn't mean that you are known by 50 billion people. It's merely being the star or the lead in your own story. This is, again, water energy, things coming up from the subconscious. So with that taste of the white wizard that we've had, a lot of us got a taste of our magic if we never had it before, you know, that real-time experience. And then there's those of us who have had that kind of training, let's just say, that practice, who are now uncovering new gifts and talents, whatever. And this is about stepping into that energy and expressing it in full color. And this comes right around the time we're going into Leo season. So really big stepping out into the limelight for a lot of us in the collective. And like I said, just in your own life, you know what I'm saying? Being the lead role, being the star in your own existence. That's all it needs to be right about now. Everything else, secondary. And let's see what else we got. Yep, look at this, the red dragon, the new beginnings. It's no coincidence we got what? The House of Dragons running around this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Season 2, whatever. We've only seen clips, but it looks great. I love the dragons, of course. But those dragons represent not only birthing a new energy, but this is the Kundalini energy as well. Training your dragon or taming your dragon. You know what I'm saying? So that you're in control and that it's not running haphazard in your life. We're all going to be activated in some way, regardless. Unless you stay in the house, you don't get no sunlight or go nowhere, right? But this is a time where Cancer season has kind of refurbished our ability to nurture. What is it now? You know, what it took before to nurture our dreams is different than what it is now. The kind of work, the kind of discipline we have to promote in order for things to grow. The value in all that, you know what I'm saying? Not so much the cost, but the time and the energy that it takes for this new birth. Shout out to everybody who's pregnant, who's about to have a new child, things of that nature, you know what I mean? But this could be everything from starting a new business, buying a new house, buying a new car, whatever. Doesn't matter as long as it's brand spanking new. So with the King of Diamonds here, this is one of those things where if you're going to do proper manifestation, you want to look at the details. You know what I mean? Don't just say you want a house. Well, you got to go look around. You know what I mean? Drive through the neighborhoods that you feel comfortable in and look around to see if there's houses. The things that come with the houses, the maintenance that you would have to do, like all the things that you would have to take care of. You know what I mean? If you buy a house, you might have to get a lawnmower or a landscaper. You know what I mean? You have plumbing. You got to check the pipes, you got to check the fuse boxes. It's like there's a lot of different things that go into owning a house, just like the car. You want to know what kind of oil, what kind of miles it gets, what the air pressure is. You know what I mean? You want to be very specific, whatever you're birthing right about now. But at the same time, you also want to be intuitive at the end of the day, because not everything grows at the same pace. You know what I mean? Your plants in your garden kind of thing. It's one of the things where you're just mindful of how things are shaping as you're in the process of cultivating them. You know what I mean? So there's a mindfulness there, that mother's intuition kind of thing. And then there's the discipline that you have a schedule when you water these things. You know what I mean? Just like you have a schedule when you put payments on things. You know what I'm saying? So all those different things go into this new beginning right here. And not only that, with this star energy here, the work that you do, especially in these new endeavors, there is a lot of healing involved in that. And with the blue storm here, I'm gonna put you up here, baby, because you up on deck. You up next. Clearing a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, a lot of insecurities, people, places, things, being able to let go and start over. That kind of energy here. There's a healing in all of that. It gets you out of the old cycle. It gets you out of any funk. It puts you in a different state of mind. You understand what I'm saying? Of where your time is valuable now. Your energy is valuable. What you have to offer is valuable. What you're putting in is what you're getting out with ginger. And it's also a cleansing element here with ginger. So there's a bit of fire on top of all this as well. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Blue Storm warm-up reading right here. And wow. Wow. So as we get through the rest of this week and we start to move into this energy here for the next whole year, I would say just hold on, hang on for the ride, because it's going to be a ride this year. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna really ask that you be present and in the moment. We're talking about creative solutions. We're talking about making decisions on the spot. It's really gonna, because everything we learned now is just gonna be like tests behind that. Pop-up quizzes, things of that nature. So you know what I mean. Everything you learned. And this is why the reflection is so important right now, so that you can make sure that you're not leaving anything behind. You're not discarding anything, that is valuable, if not to you, then other people. So your story is very important as well. How you overcame certain obstacles, how you, how you accomplished this goal, or, turn the frown upside down, whatever. It's all relevant moving forward because it's a part of the legacy. It's a part of the legacy. So all the things that you had to deal with, whether it be family, and that's probably one of the bigger issues there, going through family life, what you did to rectify those things and change the course of your generation, moving on to the next, is valuable. All the steps that you took, all the self-care that you did on yourself, is all part of your story. And the failures and the downs and the losses are also very important, because this is where we rose up out of. So it serves as a guide for those who come behind you, as you're not alone kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we got for the Blue Storm warm-up reading. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to come back Thursday or Friday. I don't know which one I'm going to do first, but come back Thursday or Friday, and then we're going to be in that energy full. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the crescendo, and then boom, we're just going to be out in the floodgates, like literally the floodgates. You feel me? So, I don't know. I'll set a time for it all. Big deal. I know I got to clock in a little bit later that evening, so I'll make sure I get on here a little bit early. But come on out and join the celebration on Thursday. I'll definitely be doing one on Thursday. If not here, I'll be on IG pulling cards for everybody, so we could really focus in on our individual missions. You understand what I'm saying? And get it really popping this year. So for the Who-kah Lounge, Phoenix, it was always a pleasure and an honor to serve. Have a great day, night, wherever you're at. Peace and wholeness.